Last week on For the Record, legendary Pittsburgh concert promoter Rich Engler sharing his stories.
It was kind of my duty, I thought, to bring the music to the people, and that's what I did.
Now in part two, his wife joins the conversation.
I'm so proud of Rich because truly we both come from nothing. Nobody ever gave us anything.
Plus more of his memorable stories of the biggest concerts to ever hit the Steel City. For the Record starts now. Welcome to For the Record. I'm Michelle Wright. If you joined us last week, you saw my one-on-one interview with Rich Engler, the man who has been bringing the biggest names in music to Pittsburgh for decades now. This morning, his wife Cindy joins the conversation as they share more behind-the-scenes stories and reflect on their years bringing these huge shows to the Steel City. Let's go to that conversation now. So I'm so excited that your wife, Cindy, is joining us, and Roxy, your adorable dog. She's so good. Yeah. Cindy, you are always with Rich, and I have to say, you really light up every room you go in. You're beautiful, and you just have this big personality that everybody loves.
Well, thank you.
But one thing I wanted to ask about is what I heard about what happened with you and a member of the band Kiss. Somebody got a little too fresh with you, and I want to hear every detail about what happened and what Rich did.
Well, it was, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how long. We didn't even have children then. And Rich called me and said, would you go to the airport and pick up this band called Kiss? I said, no way. He said, come on, you know, I really need you to do this. So I said, okay. So I put on a little hat and a little tank top and shorts. You know, I was really young then. And I picked up Kiss.
Well, let me cut
Sure.
one thing in there.
This is how we are.
We had a Rolls Royce at the time. I bought the Rolls Royce for 4 artists to impress them, picking them up. But Kiss was so new, they weren't even going to get the limo. And at the last minute, the manager called me and said, you are getting a limo for them. I go, no. He said, please, please, please. And that's whenever I pleased her.
So I picked them up and I drove them to the Stanley Theater. And of course they made comments in the car that, you know. And so the band went on and played. And at the break,
At the first encore.
yeah, the first encore, I'm backstage standing and Gene Simmons comes over and stands right here, and he has those high shoes on and he's really big, and he looked down at me and he said, I want to manhandle you. And I was like, So Rich was talking to Paul Stanley on the other side, and Rich came over.
After they run on stage then.
Went on stage, and Rich said, what did he say to you? And I said, oh, nothing. He said, I saw him talking to you. He said, I could see your expression. What did he say to you?
Were you getting jealous?
I don't think jealous. I wanted to hit him with a bat.
So I said to Rich, I said, wow. I said, he said he wants to manhandle me.
I said, manhandle him, huh? Okay, wait till he comes off. So they come off for the next encore. He goes over to start to talk to Cindy. I go, hey, that's my wife. He goes, so? I go, so you stick to the bass, I'll do the manhandling.
You guys have had such a lovely relationship, and maybe that's he's sticking up for you right there.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
not going to let anybody else take you away.
But still, I mean, we're friends with Gene. I mean, we've seen him hundreds of times since then.
Since then.
And he's still like that. I mean, we've been with him and his wife, and he's still like that.
Yeah, last time he was spinning her around like this because
Yeah.
they wear those real high shoes.
Sure.
Yeah, so,
Yeah. I have a really great picture. He's holding me, and yeah.
and
You
he's
guys
still,
have been together. What were you going to say? Go ahead.
he still acts like he doesn't know me.
So So tell me back in the days when you guys first met. It's an adorable love story. You guys instantly just fell in love and haven't been apart since.
Right. I started my first company in May of 1969, and I was just getting ready to open, and this great person comes to watch my band rehearse. We were friends with Claire Shapiro. Her family owned National Record Mart.
And she was a friend of mine, so I didn't know anything about Rich. So she said, "Do you want to hear this band practice?" And I said, "Sure." So you can tell.
So the way the story goes is we take a break downstairs, and I go upstairs. She's sitting on one of our
Beautiful
chairs.
floral couches.
And I said, "Hey, I'm going to the store. Anybody need anything?" I was praying that they would say no because I hardly had any money. So they said no, so that was good. So when I came back, they stayed there for a while, and we practiced. And as soon as they left, I called Claire, the girl that brought Cindy over. I said, "Hey, I want to take that girl." So I said, "Could I have her number?" She goes, "Sure, here it is." So I don't know if it was that day or the next day, I called Cindy. I said, "Hey, I'd like to take you out." And she goes, "When?" I go, "Now."
Now. Everything with Rich is now.
Now. And little did I know
That I was sitting on the couch with my boyfriend at the time. So I said no. So I don't think anyone had ever said no to him. So he couldn't understand that. And we went out the next day. And
it was great. So I said, "How about the next day?" So we went out, and we really hit it off. And 2 weeks later, we were living together.
I moved in with him in the band. And so that was in 1969. So we've been together for a long time.
We still didn't have a car.
No, we didn't have any money. We didn't have a car. We were so happy. It was amazing.
And now looking around at all of this and your lifelong experiences, how do you feel about everything that you've seen and done?
I'm so proud of Rich because truly we both come from nothing. Nobody ever gave us anything. And he made this life for us. I tell him that almost every morning. Don't cry, honey. I'm proud, I'm proud that our kids are so proud of him. And it just makes me feel so fortunate, so grateful that I have this life that he created for us.
How important do you think music is?
Well, I think it's really important. I mean, it's been our life. And, people always ask all these questions. This is all we know. This is, he was always into music. I liked music. But this is our life. This is what we do. And people say, "Oh, you've met so many people." And yeah, but they're just people too, like you. If you're nice to people, they're nice back usually. And we've made a lot of really great friends. And one of my best friends is Wendy McGee, who is Doc McGee, his Kiss's manager. And the four of us are like best friends. We stay with them when we go to Florida, and we've been on the Kiss cruise several times with them, and it's just a good life.
Yeah, amazing. It's amazing. It's surprising. We don't watch a lot of TV. We do watch your news all the time. And I'm just not saying that. It's true. But we listen to music almost 24/7. I mean, and we listen to European music a lot. So I'm always looking for the next big thing.
And music is important because it reminds us of emotional hardships that we've been through. We turn to music, and exciting times. Right. And so you guys have been a big part of bringing that in. Who is the most exciting person that you have met through all of this, Cindy?
Let's see. I think I might have to say Bruce Springsteen. He's been really good to us. Rich brought him before he was Bruce Springsteen. And we had dinner with him after that show. And he's been really good to us. We went to see Bruce on Broadway. And at the end of the show, someone came to us and said, "Go to door 6 over here after the show." and we went in this little tiny closet, and here came Bruce. We were the only people that he saw after that show. And it was just special. And it was just like a real conversation. We got a great picture, and then the last time Billy Joel was in town, I think it was the last time, he wanted to see us, and they called and said, come back now. And he was ready to go on stage, and he was just standing there and had his suit on. And I mean, we had like a real conversation. He told Rich, I remember you bought, in 1970 something, you bought us these white satin jackets that said, welcome Billy Joel or something. And he said, we were passing a Holiday Inn and they had a big sign, welcome Billy Joel. He said, I made the limo driver stop. He said, put on those jackets. And they got a picture. We met his kids, his two little kids running around. We met his wife. Like that, you know, just normal people.
What are the artists' impression of Pittsburgh when you bring them here? What do they have to say about our city?
Oh, they love it.
I love it.
Really love it. Surprised more than anything, because of that it's small, all in that triangle basically, and they love the venues too. The Benetton, the Heinz Hall, and the new arena and the new stadium. They love it all.
Still ahead on For the Record, Rich Engler and his wife Cindy share with me their thoughts on the current state of music and why they choose to stay in the Pittsburgh area. Welcome back to For the Record. Let's get back to my interview with legendary Pittsburgh concert promoter Rich Engler and his wife Cindy as they tell me why they're selling their incomparable collection of music memorabilia. Cindy, how do you feel about this collection? And again, we're showing it for the very first time, so we appreciate the opportunity. How do you feel about selling everything?
I feel really good about it. I think we're looking forward to what we can do with this big room when all these guitars are gone.
Tell me why you think it's important for people to be able to experience all of this.
Well, it brings back memories.
And it's history. It's really history. Not only these guitars, but I have 800 pieces of memorabilia that goes with it, that are the tickets, backstage. I have 1,000 stage passes that go with it.
Unbelievable.
I have 13 gold and platinum records that go with it that bands have given me over time.
For people who want to listen to or read more about your life and all the stuff that you guys have done, I know you have a book out. Why don't you show that?
Yep. Behind the Stage Door. Sold thousands and thousands of copies. And the crazy thing about this, it was about 11 years ago that I wrote it. It has 350 pictures in it, also exclusive pictures. And I'm home one day and I get this phone call, and he goes, "Hello, is this Rich Engler?" And I go, "Yes." He goes, "Well, this is Brian Stork. I'm a movie producer, and I really, really love the book." I said, "Oh, great. So you want to buy another one?" He goes, "No, I want to make it into a movie." And I go, "Are you sure you have the right phone number?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "When can we start?" He goes, "I don't know you, so I'd like to interview you to see if you have the personality for a film." And he came down to Florida. We were down there at the time, and he shot with our family on a family vacation with the grandkids and everything. And so he was able to shoot some great footage. And he goes, "Hey, we're in." He goes, "I already have the investors, so we'll film and get it out."
And people would really appreciate that, especially in our area, because you've brought all these acts here and we grew up with it, experiencing all of it along with you.
Yeah, and yeah, it's a lot of local talent in it, a lot of national talent in it. Styx is in it, Rush is in it, Marshall Tucker's in it, Foreigner's in it, Chicago's in it, a lot of lot of big names.
What's next for the music industry? You know, when you look at ticket prices and availability and all of the outrage that's out there, is it fixable, or is there someone else that will kind of take up what you're doing?
I don't think it'll ever be the same.
It'll never be the same as it was in 70s, 80s, and even part of the 90s. The business has changed immensely and very corporate now, faceless, where it was me dealing with my money. Now these other companies are working off of stockholder money, not their money, and making wild bets and big bets on big attractions, and scooping all of these big acts up. And unless they would go out of business, and it trickles back down to I don't want to call ourselves mom and pop, but we were individuals, that there were about 13 or 14 of our companies across the United States that molded the music business and wrote the rules of the music business. And
you did really cultivate that modern concert experience.
Exactly.
when we started, there was no merchandise. Bands didn't even have T-shirts. I mean, all these.
Yeah, we used to make T-shirts.
I mean, it was bare bones, and it was quite a journey, and still on that pony ride.
I want to ask you finally, why are you guys still staying in Pittsburgh? You could have moved on to bigger cities. Why do you want to stay here in Pittsburgh?
Well, we love Pittsburgh.
We love Pittsburgh.
We
do.
It's where we're. Cindy's actually from Central Pennsylvania, Bedford, Pennsylvania, but she's
a farm girl.
Yeah, right. Yeah, as you can tell. So yeah, we love Pittsburgh. We had a house other places a couple times, a second house, and we love coming home to Pittsburgh and Sewickley, and we
love our property. It's so private.
Well, we appreciate both of you being here, staying here, and the lifetime of work that you've done to bring enjoyment to the Steel City. It really is incredible. I have to say, you guys are some of the most influential people in Pittsburgh in the modern era.
Thank you for that. It's humbling and exciting all in the same breath.
Coming up, what Rich Engler had to say when I asked what his best moment in the concert business has been. Before we go, over these past 2 episodes, we've heard legendary Pittsburgh concert promoter Rich Engler share stories of some wild and sometimes difficult times putting together shows for some of the biggest names in music. But there's another big name he mentioned when I asked about his best night putting together a concert. It turns out it was an iconic show that happened 40 years ago this summer. Take a listen.
What is the best thing that's happened to you in this business?
Probably that one that I had the 65,000 tickets on my Springsteen, Born in the USA. It sold out, and it held the record for like basically ever until Garth Brooks came to Three Rivers Stadium and put the stage in the center, so he was able to get another probably 2,000 or 3,000 tickets and broke Bruce's record. But that was great. A real fast story on that one. Bruce always would go on stage first, and people would start cheering and everything, and then the band runs on. That's what happened that night at Three Rivers Stadium. Bruce ran on, band runs on, he starts, "Born in the USA," and it didn't sound right. Two guys were still playing ping pong in the dressing room from the band. Then they go, "Oh," Bruce didn't stop though. The band, they heard it and they started running like their lives were going to be over after this whole day. So they get on stage, and then it was good. But ever since that day, they hired another person to count the people, and the band would go on first from now on. The rest of his life, the band always goes on first and Bruce goes on last.
Because what happened here?
What happened there on that day.
Such incredible stories for an incredible career. I want to thank Rich Engler and his wife Cindy for taking part in this interview. That's all for this week's edition of For the Record. See you next Sunday morning at 11:30.